has got you feeling too much. It's feeling too much for you. Then all my love is gonna dance with someone that shows love, not you.
Hello, more streams for this week. It is season 5, new VDC, new us, and we're bringing this great Tuesday evening stream to you guys. It's going to be Soul Elite. What is it called? I should know this. Expert. Soul Expert and OS Expert for you guys. With me tonight is the retired god, Paco. How you doing today?
Howdy. I'm doing pretty solid. Second time on a cast, so super stoked to be here. Ready to see some killer expert gameplay. Last time I did Apprentice, so moving up a division. You'll see some crispy aim and some people cooking up some strats. I'm so ready.
Yeah, I don't know what match day this is. I really should. I can check, I think. Is there a way I can check? But it
Check
should
what?
be what match day this is for. We don't know the map's being played quite yet. I assume that we will soon, but if the lobby is any indication, it might be Haven. Feel free to correct us on that. But
If it is Haven, I am super stoked to see Haven. It's personally my favorite map. I play Breach about 90% of the time, so Haven is an all-time great map, and looks like that's gonna be map 2. First map is gonna be Sunset. Weren't able to go over map picks and bans, but first map Sunset, second map Haven. Have we seen much of the new map?
I I don't remember seeing it very much on stream, but from what I've saw in the off-season tournaments and in Game Changers, Breach is great on this map. So
Phenomenal.
hopefully we'll see
I
some
love
more Breach there too.
Yes. I insta-lock Breach on this map as well. So hopefully we get to see some Breach on Sunset, some Breach on Haven, and double-digit assists from both of them.
Yeah, so for Sunset, Solaris, Eclipse is starting on attack, and OS are starting on defense for Haven. And yeah, I don't know. Those are sides. Sorry we couldn't show you guys the map ban technology this time around, but you know, it's a different starting time. We are allowed some liberties, surely.
What other agents are you looking to see here for Sunset? Obviously, like, you know, I've already expressed my interest in Breach, but you know, are you thinking, like, I'm not 100% sure if there's really an established meta for this map as of yet. I haven't really watched any of Game Changers, so I don't know what people have been cooking up lately. I just know from my comp game experience that I know what I'm picking. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like for some reason I always see an ISO on this map. It could just be because it's a new agent. But do you think we'll see one of those? Do you think we'll see like some crazy Reyna pick? Like,
in terms of the boring meta, it looks like a lot of Raze, Cypher, Breach type stuff with an Omen as your main controller. So that will be the boring stuff. Cypher with the buffs, and that really annoying trip on B main just is going to exist and be a pain in everyone's sides who intends to play this game.
now that does bring up an interesting talking point though. This is on the new patch, so the new Gecko and Sky changes are going through. Do you think we will see Sky or Gecko at all today? And starting off the agent selection, but do you think we'll see those two agents?
I mean, Sky is still very good even after the dog nerfs. So I'd assume we'd still see her, as you see one of one hovering her right now. As for Gecko, Paper Rex played that last night for the off-season Africa tournament.
Mhm.
And ZeJestr is gonna hover Gecko here. So, oh, never mind, no Sky for one of one, but still a mostly meta comp for the side of Eclipse.
Yeah, and for oh wait, which side is Eclipse? Attacking?
Attack, yeah.
Okay. The double controller comp I think is kind of interesting, especially, I mean, honestly, just what they're hovering at the moment with no Sentinel is interesting. I know you could kind of make the argument that Viper is a Sentinel, but I feel like a map of this caliber, I guess, for a lack of better terms, where I feel like a flank is so very easy to accomplish. Like a Sentinel is almost like a given. Like I always want like a chamber trip or Cypher trip, like watching, you know, parts of my flank. So, but it looks like that might be what we see.
Without a Cypher, you do lose a lot of map control that you would have on both sides with the trips, and you can't really replicate the same thing without committing a player to it, right? And that makes the executes and the defense just a lot harder. So yeah, looks like we'll see a KO. That's new. Wasn't expecting a KO on this map.
An interesting comp from the side of OS. No Breach, and KO and Sky. So I guess we will see how the new Sky changes play out, being that with the new jumping changes. But I like both of the comps that we see. I think both of them are a little bit different, got their own little spicy touch to it, and I'm excited to see what they got cooked up for us.
And I'm told this is match day 4. It was rescheduled to today, so enjoy. You know, we have some more Valorant for you guys. Again, we'll have some Wednesday, some Friday, the usual, with some more rescheduled streams in between. But here we go. This is Soul starting on the attack side here.
Yeah, busy week, 4 streams.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of streams, plus the weekend one too. Most
Yeah.
busy I've seen media in years.
I'm interested to see this wall that Viper's putting up. if it'll end up being kind of like a bind lurk wall kind of thing, or if it's just gonna be
Took the words right
more
out
of
of my
just
mouth. That's a nice blind though. ZeJestr fully blinded up, trying to recall the little guy, but nope, not gonna be able to pick it up. Versailles with the trade, and that's an early B main fight. But overall, I would say, you know, the defense comes out on top with that. Yeah, you lose a smoke, but you lose a lot of the information that the attack side would usually get. And, you know, the cages are sort of close enough. The trip's still in mid. That is an interesting cam on the minimap there, but this should be fine. Another mid fight as well. The smoke to block that off. And they're going to take, Soul are going to take a lot of this mid control. Going to break the door as well. The Boombot, 5 toes has been spotted, but they're going to dodge the knife. It's a great stun, but Bomber dodges it.
Ooh.
Deffau got caught lacking. Flash out in hand, bullet to the brain. It's going to put him down. And the attack now, just a 3v4. They're going to regroup towards A, and FSG is already here. He's got the information. He hears the footsteps. Clearing out to the bend area. The flash will come through. Great flash, but okay, the right click's there. Going to pick up one Night Owl with the trade. And now they've got most of the site. The nade as well might dissuade Babu, but he's just going to swing. There it is. Now Versailles in 1v2 now. Bomber closing it out. Pretty clean pistol from the side of OS.
Yeah, it was a pretty solid round. I like the early aggression, but to only get one from that Omen as your only smokes player versus Soul, who has 2 smokes and 2 initiators, you're essentially trading 1 player role for 2, essentially, where they have still 2 initiator, or they still have an initiator to work with. One thing about Deffau too, pushing into market as a breach can sometimes be really sketchy, because if somebody's sitting behind that little newspaper stand in the middle there, that flash isn't going to hit them. But if you have to be aware that they could be close as well. So interesting first round.
Yeah, now we're just going to see that same early B main aggression with the same 3 players towards B main for the side of Soul, but small tag onto 5 toes, mostly unscathed, but Cypher setups in full force. Babu, great first kill onto Deffau, again getting caught, and ZeJestr as well. That's the initiators. No more flash, no more util, and the bomb's kind of out of no man's land. They're gonna have to cross through a tripwire to get to it. Night Owl just fully scanned up, and it doesn't even get broken. Welcome to New Cypher. Enjoy your stay. 5 toes, same deal. Bomb is recovered though. Versailles 5v1 with 10 HP. Nothing's impossible, but some things
Highly
are
improbable,
very close.
maybe.
First obstacle, FSG gonna make it a flawless for OS.
Definitely ideal for the Econ to go into this next round with all of your guns still. But no, really clean round. The new Cypher changes still are very frustrating to deal with, to say the least, especially now that they're so long. It's sometimes almost impossible to get through them without somebody getting pinged. You just have to be ready for it and hope for the best. You know what I mean? That your teammates got you on the trade.
Yeah, the only real damaging utility that Soul have is the nade, the satchels, and oh, never mind. Wait, Versailles gonna pick up one, holding this B main aggression now. The lighter guns not quite working in their favor. 5 toes again with one more. FSG this time caught with a flash, and that's a lot of mid gains for Soul. Oh man, oh that's a lot of dropped to 45 HP, trying to go for a no-scope with the Marshall, but not going to find any connections. And 1 of 1 has slipped the net. I have no idea how they got here, but they've managed it. Ace has to back up as far as he can. 1 of 1's got a nice spot, 5 toes, completely unaware.
Oh no.
He's going to pick up one Deffau with one more. And 1 of 1 in a 1v3 now. Full HP, full utility. Weapons available. Underhand flash. Does not want to swing the box quite yet, ZeJestr. Spots in Versailles as well. Holding the angle with his teammate, and Deffau with just the cross. And there's not a lot of ways out of 1 of 1's current position here. The Dizzy going to spot him as well. Then the Molly going to slow that down some more. Ooh, ZeJestr.
Ooh.
Overpeaks just a little bit. Versailles going to blind him though, and just going to keep burning time on his clock.
Yeah.
Deffau's got it back up too. He's holding. Okay, 1 of 1. Dropped it to a 1v1. And there is still time on the bomb. Versailles Has to hold his nerve. The molly's gonna come out. Only one more angle to check there now, but the time is running ever so low. Versailles, the discipline, the one taps, the round win, but still, yeah, okay, they're gonna lose all of their guns. Not quite as clean as you'd like.
Wow. That's an amazing effort by 1of1 though. In a 1v3 situation, I'm not sure why he waited so long to kill that Viper and losing the Cypher there, but huge damage on the Econ and what looked like practically, you know, a gimme round for the attacker side. Now they're coming into this round with no weapons at all to work with from that carryover from that previous round because of all the damage that he did. So I lied, there's some weapons to work with, but
Ace again, the spawn's finally gonna get spotted. The blind comes through from both sides. Paranoia is forced already. Jester's gonna pick up an orb, and Babu's gonna want to do the same. FSG, the coverage is great. 5 toes is down. That's no more wall, no more stalls with the molly, and the stun's gonna come through to try to get the trade. But Babu again with a great kill. The flash is gonna come through, not scanning a soul, but Deffau gonna back up now with Satchel. Satchel in space. One spotted towards tiles, another one spotted towards spawn.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
And Versailles is going to try to do something. Jess is going to pick up one for his troubles, but that's it. The aggression in A main is so good.
yeah, that was a great little on-the-fly play call there with the Sky Flash and the double satchel. It looked like it was doomed to fail because of the breach in the spawn, but fortunately Deffau just wasn't able to connect his shots, and Raze was there to punish. So really good round. It was super clean. I like that fake TP from Omen, but that might start to get a little bit readable now that he's done it so many rounds. So I wonder if he'll find an answer.
Yeah, they are on a very light buy though, and they're just gonna flood this mid spot. Door gets broken immediately, a cage is forced, but it's not gonna get popped just yet. The flash is through as well, Bomber. Under the slightest bit of pressure, the wingman comes through as well. It's gonna get broken. The spam gets one, Versailles. Drops, Ace is gonna pick up one more, and the right click enough to pick up another on 5 toes. He gets to trade the TP. How is he alive? He's not. Okay, never mind.
Call of Duty reload.
One enemy remaining.
Babu with the Bucky.
Spike down.
Deffau
B.
is very low. A right click in any range will surely take him down. A stiff breeze might do the trick. But the double satchels will come in. Flash comes out.
Oh, worthless.
Wait. 1v2. Sheriff in hand. Both players close by, within range of that 156. The stun's gonna come through.
Here.
Oh, one
He's on the way.
space.
Tough
Great
round.
try though.
Yeah, they absolutely util dumped in market, and I don't know if you were able to see the mini map at the end of the round, but all you saw was red and blue X's all over the place. That really is a common fighting ground. The A split is so the B split is so powerful. If you can't hold mid or market, so I like that they used all the util. It's just a lot of it was tucked on that left side when pushing in, and it allowed Omen to just kind of live rent-free over there and spam through the Cypher cage and connect with the kill.
Yeah, a big round coming up now. Bolts abound, and Soul. Their econ is not looking great. It's on its way, bouncing back. You know. Not quite 1930s Great Depression, but there's a bit of a struggle. The Thrash is going to come out, clear the entirety of his left side. Elbow is clear, and I think one is detained as well, but
No.
FSG going to pick up the first. Versailles with another bomber. Just kills everywhere. It's down to a 2v2 out of the chaos.
Player standing.
Babu going to pick up one more with the showstopper. Jester's unable to trade, and Babu with another.
I did like it.
Unsighted?
Maybe. I did like the call for the A push there, but I feel like the util was a little bit out of sync. We saw like an early breach flash that nobody was there to swing off of, and the Gecko All was able to connect with one, but again, nobody was really in the vicinity to, you know, like get a pick off of it. So maybe just it is still early in the season, so just trying to find those timings. But
this is a nice high-low from Babu and FSG over in A main, and those two same players consistently there, put it in work. But now Soul trying to work mid again. a little bit slower than they have in the past, and they're going to spot this trip in mid now. One of the trips for Cypher spotted, the other one in B main as per the usual, but looks like they just want to hold, look for some pushes. Maybe to try to catch out any aggression. But that Molly will clear out the blue box. Okay, that's a great kill from Bomber. Just completely sidestepping the Molly. Tanks the flash as well, but the swing is a little bit mistimed, and ZeJestr is going to try to pick up one for himself, but Ace, wise to back up. Ooh, tries to reverse hail, tried to PB past the trip, but is unable to. He's going to get caught out. And now again, they're stuck in market. 3 players here on their way to being surrounded, but those A main players now starting to get an inkling of what's going on. They want a little bit of space, and they will certainly work for it. They've got a fight on their hands. 2v3 here in this A main position. Babu holding back FSG. Okay, great one tap there from first.
Remaining. Flawless.
2 more
Great
follow.
team play.
Yeah, this dynamic duo over here in A main, dude. They've got it unlocked. Just they refuse to give in.
One thing that I will say, the Cypher has found incredible usage out of his util on B, and it's almost as if OS is kind of scared of the Cypher util, and because it's proven to be so advantageous, you know, players like that Sky and the Rays on A don't feel any need to early rotate, and they can just stand their ground over on A and just wait for that rotate to finally come their way. So really well played on the defender side.
Yeah, it looks like that is why they like to just go for these hard mid hits, because that B main trip is a pain in everyone's butthole. This A main hold is just too good. This high-low again that we're seeing. Babu's going to satchel up top, and FSG holding low. That Gecko flash is not going to clear either of them, but Babu going to shoot it out. Viper Orb comes in, Nade comes out.
Love this presence. They still don't even have bomb over in this area, and you'd think that with all this util they would force some kind of rotate over.
Okay, Nido picking up 1, FSG picking up 3! Goodness! How has he gotten away with that? He's going to get away with 14 HP. Seeker's forced out, it's going to reveal one more position. Deffau. So much to do, but for Sales slipped the net. He's CB past the trip. He's got a sheriff, and I don't know if one has spotted it, but the Seeker's going to give
cabbage! No!
52 HP and flash sports on both sides. He's going to get blinded, and Deffau now might have an opportunity, but Bomber looks like he's aware. Sale fighting
Player
market.
standing.
Bomber so clean with it, and Deffau
30
just
seconds
has
left.
no chance, and now Versailles. The Sheriff, 4 players ahead of him. Spike behind him. Door is a small mercy, but Ace not giving any more. We need to start dealing with this B main trip, at least faking some presence elsewhere, because the defense is just looking, they're just being played right into their hands.
Yeah, you think maybe a timeout could be warranted. Being that you're down 7-1, I mean, I guess you could argue that this is a pretty heavily attacker-sided comp too, being that you have like 2 initiators, 2 smokes, I mean, and a duelist. I'm interested to see how the defense half turns out as well with this comp.
They've got 4 rifles and Odin as well for ZeJestr, and 4 ultimates. I did see in that same, yeah, there it is. They're going to try to break it, but the KO ult's going to come through from the defense. Bomber with the same spam. That satchel was not quite enough to break it. It's just too far, and the satchel just does not have the same explosive range to pick it up. A 5 toes picking up that mid flank now, and it's just FSG trying to hold the space.
ZeJestr now has an Odin in hand, so that's an interesting decision. I don't know if there's many wall bangs, or if he's just planning to shoot through smokes here, but it's an interesting choice, and I wonder if they think that that's the answer.
Yeah, the Rolling Thunder's going to come through. 1 flash to stall. Another one should be coming quite soon with Paranoia as well towards the left side. Smoke comes up as well. 1 going down. 5 toes.
Huge
Great
kill.
on that fight. And now the bomb will finally maybe go down. No! Jester's going to pick one up, though. Ace finally traded out, and that Boba fight needs to go Defoe's way, and it will. It's going to go down to a 1v3 for FSG. Certainly got the skills to do it, but he just needs to fight Defoe. He's going to give him 1 and win it. Soul finally back on the board with another round.
Yeah, and that is a really good round. Instead of running into the trip this time, I was unaware that this was possible. I thought that you were unable to remove the trip with util, but I think they used a race satchel to break the initial Cypher trip. And if they can just do that every single round, that's going to keep somebody on
See how it
B
goes.
permanently, because they don't have that satisfaction of a trip watching that side every
OS
single
are so
round.
proactive though. They've already changed the setup, and now there's a double stack in B main to flash the blind. So much util being dumped towards Ace, and now he's just got to back up. Yeah, the teleport's gonna come through. Deffau taking a fight. Ace gets one first doubles though. That's your breach. No more stuns. One fewer source of flashes, but there are 2 players in A main. They're sneaking their way up. The trips not moved over towards A at all. They've got more than a few ults to hold the site once they take it. The Viper's pit could be big here, but they need their teammates to come by, and the more time they take sitting here instead of taking map control, the more time they give the defenders to rotate, as you see they're already doing. Babu, FSG, Bomber already on their way, and they're just holding these. That cam's going to spot 5 toes.
Taken out.
That's a really good cam.
Smoke's going to come through, but at this point you start to wonder, is it too little too late? There's already a player on the site, 2 players behind the smoke. Babu again with his elevation. The nade's going to go through, maybe not. Okay, FSG under a bit of pressure. An elbow from nade. Ollie. That's quite a bit of utility. Versailles going to win that first fight onto Babu, and then this
What?
showstopper as well.
0
FSG
damage?
lives to fight. Bomber is still alive too.
Enemy
And
remaining.
yeah, they've just taken too long. Versailles is going to try to fight back, but it keeps looking like they just get stalled wherever they go. They go market, they get stalled, they die. They go B main, they get stalled, they die. They've gone A, they've stalled it just without even any prompting from the defense. They've just waited.
And last round was slightly difficult to watch, being that, you know, as an observer, you can see what everything that's going on the map, and you just watch them completely miss their timing to get onto a free A site. Now that Cypher wasn't on B, maybe they were trying to drag, maybe that was the factor that dragged everybody to rotate over on B. I understand that a lot of the players on A, like that Sky and that Raze, hadn't really been rotating off of A all that much, but that last round, that Viper and Omen was just sitting back waiting for their team, which is a good call. And I feel like if there was only one of them, they would be looking to get a little bit more map control off that lurk. But the fact that they were together, I think they were just trying to stick together and be like, okay, let's just wait for our team and set up the flank. It is a difficult call when you don't see everything on the map and you don't have walls, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it was frustrating to watch.
Yeah, if once you win 8 rounds and out of the previous 10, the money is looking good. You know, they're oil barons over here. Side of Seoul, not quite. Got some sheriffs, some rifles, and Odin as well. Looks like they bought up what they can. They've got the tools again to take this space. 5 toes, waiting for some A main aggression. He's got some nice map control over there. Gonna start clearing out tiles, but the bulk of the push is B main. The trip is back. The annoying trip FSG spots 1. Question is it just the 1? Is there more? The smoke's gonna come through. And this trip is still up. The cage as well. For Bomber to spam, but Babu's gonna pick up 5 toes. That's their worker down, and you're gonna not have the Viper pit up for this round. You're not gonna have the wall either, the mollies. And again, they stall, they wait.
And that one pick has prompted practically a full map rotate off of Raze as well. They're so aware of it.
Yeah, the thrash comes through. Is gonna.
Dude, clear Sky!
Wait, FSG? Gonna pick up 1? Pick up 2.
Flawless.
Okay. The satchel didn't break the trip unless
Last
it did, and
round
I'm
in the half.
completely unaware. But the thrash didn't clear FSG. The defense has had, again, so much time to rotate as soon as they spot a few players. And Seoul have not varied the playbook. It's just, let's go. Wait, hold up. Okay, now we go. And and OS are like, guys, they look at their watches every few seconds like, oh, hello, where's the hit? I know they haven't rotated because they never rotate, but come on. Any day now. This is some early aggression.
Ooh, I like this a
It's a
lot,
nice stun to
actually.
anticipate it, though. Night Owl and Versailles are going to pick up 1 each. And they were ready for it. That's the same kind of stuff Soul are waiting for. 1 of 1, taking a fight into genuinely the Avengers. There's not quite a lot you can do. The trip's gonna get broken immediately. Bomber flashed up, unable to capitalize. And now, this is the most convincing Soul round I've seen kind of all game. And it sucks that it's the very end of the half. Bomber.
1 enemy remaining.
Now the A side is free to play, just Ace here in main, possibly able to contest, but that bomb is already crossed through. Hello, Brazil.
You know, I know this was a very convincing round from the side of Soul, but it almost feels like it was more of the fault of... I'm sorry, other way around, right? OS. And I feel like it was more the fault of Soul pushing out and getting aggressive and just running in, and that aggression failing that made it so convincing for the now defending team here. So interesting round. I like the aggression, switching up the pace, but when, hey man, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of not broke, don't fix it. Some more B fights for the defense. Just a foe here to receive it. Got a stun in hand, a flash as well as a ghost, but oh, that's a nice flash. A lot of OS already here. Smoke for market, but none for main. It's just a foe here gonna try to take the fight. It's gonna pick up 1 great flash. And a molly to get him out, and they don't have a KO anymore. And okay, Ace is gonna pick up 1 in mid though for their troubles. Night Owl down. They're still mid control for the side and defense though.
And I lied.
Kryo. 2 players now for Soul, ready to receive this A hit. Flash comes through, doesn't hit anything, and the smoke for Versailles is going to give him a little bit of cover to work with. The cage, interesting from Bomber. I think it works perfectly. But the dog's going to come through from elbow. ZeJestr, unnoted. Looks like Babu spotted him though, and they're going to check him. Yeah, FSG, great stun out from Deffau, but Ace is going to pick up 1 more. Deffau needs something. Babu going to shut that down. Now the site is firmly in control of OS. Soul have a flank and 5 toes going all the way back through main, and there is no trip to catch it. There's a cam though, it gets broken.
Spike planted.
Bomb gets planted. Now Versailles, 5 toads, they need to make a play. There's a fight towards elbow, but Bomber.
1 enemy remaining.
Very disappointed not taking that. Aces can pick up 1 more. 5 toes now in a 3v1. Smoke in his face, Babu as well. Okay, he's gonna pick up 1 though. It's winnable. He has to deal with a high-low though from Bomber and Ace. Good luck. Doesn't even look.
I love their usage of this verticality. They're not really, they don't have a jet who can updraft, but they're using the agents that they have to their disposal, and they're doing it extremely well. One thing that a lot of people discuss is like, oh, like crossfire here to crossfire there, but the impact of that high-low is just as effective, and when you have the agents that could do it, it's really strong.
Here. I will be their nightmare.
Yeah, we saw Babu do it a lot as well on their defense side. And now, well, full stingers and some light shields for the side of Soul. On the defense, it doesn't look like Jester's gonna get cleared in this exact same position he played last time. Babu completely unaware, and 1 of 1 brought so low, but not quite enough bullets to finish it now. Sight is free. Ace again on the high, on the funny box.
Spike planted.
Here.
And now a retake. There's a trip and a camera in the way. Should Bomber decide to check it, but oh well. Hello. There's 2 of them. Trip gets broken. 2 players now re-clearing. Bomber under a bit of trouble. He's gonna get out for free though with the cages. The retake is sure taking their time. Ace has no defender, but it doesn't matter. He's got a Phantom. He's gonna pick up 2. And now it's just the 2 main players. They needed to move earlier, and they just weren't able to. Bomber goes down. FSG gonna pick up 1, and the flash. Good it may have been, but yeah, 11-3 is not undoable.
But after a force, it is somewhat difficult. I feel like on a round that you force, they played it almost like slow methodically. And I feel like when you force with all stingers and half shield, you want to just create as much chaos as possible and go fast. And obviously you want to play smart and not just give away ones that you can't be traded or anything. But they played it so slow and let everybody set up and get into that high-low position and in spots where you could swing off of each other. it was a great idea, but I feel like the execution just fell a little bit short.
Yeah, and OS now, it's their turn to play slow, and it makes sense. If you're Soul, you've got the lighter guns and sort of desperation. You need to start making a play, but it's FSG now who has a bit of an inkling. Here's a step to the right. 5 toes. Ooh, maybe the... Never mind. FSG's going to pick up 1. Deffau in a bit of trouble. Babu going to pick that up 1 up as well. The judge nerfed it maybe, but not quite enough. Now
Spike planted.
3v5 in a post plant. Soul, not a lot of map control either in FSG. That first angle to receive. Unless they go market, in which I would be lying. Never mind, he's there too. Wait, the flash is great from everybody. Okay, you know, sight is optional. And if you don't wear sunglasses to Valorant, you're trolling. Bobby would flick.
Not a bad round, but sitting at 12-3 now.
Match
And Econ is looking pretty rough. ZeJestr back with the Odin though, so that would be interesting to see. Maybe they could capitalize on that buy once again. But it's looking like this round is a wrap, or this map. They just throw a gun off the map.
I mean, if your opponents are poor, why give them free money? It's like giving them samples.
But one of your teammates has a Spectre.
Membership. Oh, hey, Babu. Great first kill for Tail trade though, spamming through the smoke. Knife detects only him, and Deffau is back up in mid, but doesn't look like he'll get very much pressure at all. ZeJestr taking a farther up line in A main. The dog's gonna spot him. He's got to back up. There's just no idea how much there's there, and Babu, like a one-man army over here, is gonna pick up 3 in mid.
Ace.
It's 3 kills.
Did they clear
Wait,
this?
it might be
Oh,
4.
surely.
It might be 4.
One
Oh,
enemy
no.
remaining.
Thanks, bummer. Ruining our fun. He's hunting
The
for it, so
ultimate's
it is the
invested
last
too.
round. Assuming ZeJestr doesn't pull out, you know, a miracle. So
Spike
that's what it would take
planted.
to win this. Spike down on B, 2 players close to him, and the other 2 working their way over. That flash gonna spot him. His position's given away. FSG ready for it. Dodges the second one. ZeJestr got a double swing, but Babu all the way around.
Attackers
Shut
win.
that down. 13-3 is your map 1 score. Every time I cast OS, it's a stomp. I don't know why. Send help.
Yeah, my 2 casts have been 13-2s, so a
This is
little bit
better.
of an improvement at 13-3. But I will say as well, I don't know how many times I've seen a successful raise ult since I've casted for VDC. Just
You're the
Rosa
curse.
is just looming over the casting desk. But good map. It's unfortunate that the breach fell short, but I like the trying of different comps. It looked like Sky still is pretty good, so we'll see if that carries over into Haven, or if we'll see the same, you know, the typical meta comp.
Yeah, Haven on the other side of this break. We will see you guys very soon. Don't leave, please. I beg.
Seen the light in the dark, but it's been a while. And just remember, it's the heat from a heart beating next to mine. But I surrender, 'cause everything I touch seems to crumble, and everyone I love leaves me broken down. Everybody runs when they see me now. So I put my hands up in the sky, reveling the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm death in the land of the living. Still all the energy when we get connected. Your good is done when you have my full attention. I'll take you away into a dark dimension, and you can't Never thought I'd be like this. Further down into the deep abyss I'll go. Stay off my radar cause I never miss. Yeah, everybody knows. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living. Hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living. Finally feeling free. Finally feeling free. Finally feeling finally feeling
Welcome back. If you didn't leave, thanks. If you did, well, you wouldn't hear me, so okay. Second map's Haven coming up, and after the 13-3, I'm hoping it'll be a little bit closer. Retired God, thoughts?
Definitely hoping for something a little bit more close. But you already know what I'm hoping for most is to see a breach off. Absolutely love the agent, and I feel like this is one of his best maps. So Deffau, I know he plays breach. I'm not sure who would be the initiator, at least the flash initiator on the side of OS. But we'll see who can rack up the most assists, who can support their team the most, who can frag out. I'm so ready. I want to see ISO straight up.
ISO would be kind of fun to watch here. I'm not sure who on either side would pick it up, as unfortunately I don't know as many of the players as much as I'd like to, but ISO would be fun.
It would be fun.
If you they can't hear me, and maybe they might if they watch this back, but if you guys play like something funny, ISO, Yoru, something silly, I would We'll love you guys forever. And that goes for viewers as well. When I cast your games, play something silly.
I do feel like ISO is somewhat more viable on Haven than other maps, being that you can use that wall up C-long, similar to like a cascade, but you don't typically see a harbor run on Haven unless you're running that swamp comp, Viper Harbor.
Never heard it called
combo.
the swamp comp. That is a great name.
Deffau hover breach.
I like
I've
the
only
Cypher
seen him
pick
play
over
Breach or
Tuesday,
Astro.
though.
I think.
Yeah, me and him are really the same.
Oh, well. Get in there. You're up.
Yoru?
Do it.
I hate playing against Yorus on this map, I will say.
I think that's why he's fantastic. The more people get angry, the better.
It does look like a pretty standard meta comp from the side of Soul here, though, which is fun to watch and play with. I believe we run that comp, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. But if Yoru actually comes out with Sky as well, I feel like if you're going to be hovering Sky, it makes the Yoru seem that much more plausible or probable of happening, because typically I feel like you don't see a Sky on the side of or on Haven.
As the double wall or swamp comp comes back, or started coming up, that's when we started to see Sky a lot more, because we needed to swap out a slot, one of the initiators, for a wall.
What?
Right? And Reyna? Huh? Okay.
I like this. I like
Let him
this.
cook. I'm here for it. I'm ready. This is suitably silly. We have meta versus ranked, I suppose.
I'm starting to get the impression that nobody can play Breach on OS.
I think you're right. But
Well,
we're on the cipher again.
Interesting comps. If I recall, I believe I watched like some kind of like pro VOD analysis video one time in the distant past about Paper X playing Reyna and Sky on a certain map, but I feel like it had to do with I'm buying. I think it had to do with wall smokes, and there is not a single wall smoke.
Yeah, and
So this will be
a lot of the
interesting.
time they would Paper X would just pair the Sky Flash with a Reyna blind.
Yeah.
So you try to shoot it, your eyes get seared into the distance. You dodge it, like you can't really swing back into it because the Reyna blind's still there and you didn't shoot it. So it's a fun combo to be sure, but I don't think it'll get very much action at all. Looks like pretty much everyone is on A.
That's gonna call out everybody rotating.
Yeah, I wonder if OS wants to go for like a map control play. Maybe push one or two out towards the window, but the bomb has not moved. It's still out of A. 5 Toes is gonna take a sweet time going over, but FSG under a little bit of pressure, gonna pick up one, unable to dismiss out. Versailles, so good on that trade there. And
Got his
I was
plus
gonna
one.
pick up
though.
one more. Okay, from where? From A main. And again, it stalled out the soul hit. See this same trend. We push. Wait, hold up. Oh wait, we're dead. Unlucky. And then now you're stuck with no map control. I think kind of lucky that OS didn't really push up to take any of the space, because they just would have it for free. They want to regroup and re-go B here. The flash is going to come through from 1 of 1. It's a nice scan, but 5 Toes is better for it. The art's going to scan up 1 as well in that Omen blind. Not going to hit a single soul. Yes, I'm trying that again. Hopefully someone catches it this time. The C site is open. Bomb will go down at some point. There it is now. And OS finally on a retake. 3v3. Versailles is just a little bit low, but he's got an inkling of where exactly they could be. Oh, spotted. 5 Toes picks up one ace, another. That's his second on the round. And now it's just a phone 1v2. Playing the back of the site. The stun's going to come through. Babu completely stunned up. Going to go down. And it's a great isolation of the 1v1 now. But Ace smoking on the bomb gets off. Not a noise was heard. Deffau at some point. Has to wonder, has the bomb been tapped? It doesn't matter. No bullets. All good. All good. The reload comes through. Completely uncontested. Ace. Oh, I can't call that messy. It was more, you know, you have a bowl of spaghetti in your hand and now it's on the floor.
Oh, I saw the vision.
I'd have just knifed him
Oh
at that point.
no. That is a brutal one because you really want to go into this round or this map off the right foot after coming off of a 13-3. You really want to start off, you know, more dominantly, and that is, if anything, the biggest like win just leaving the sales. That is a huge momentum killer for something that's so winnable.
It is just the first round, Valorant. A notoriously long game with you need to win 13, I'm told. I wouldn't know. I never get that far. But we'll see. Babu's got a nice angle. The smoke going away just at the right time, but FSG gonna pick up the first, Babu with a second. Yeah, this miss coming in good, and Versailles is brought low by something, I know not what, but maybe it had something to do with the wall next to him. We'll never know. The bulk of the push is going A, though. There's a trip in the way, and Bomber is still here. It's on the floor. Jump it. Nope, never mind. Gets broken immediately, though. Bomber is shut down just as fast, and Versailles needs that kill, unable to pick it up. Bomb can at least go down, so you get the 300 spike money, but a round win would be cooler, just saying. Molly gets popped immediately, slows down the CT retake, but Ace is still going heaven. Looks like Babu's considering it as well. Molly comes out again. The blinds, both blinds come through. Babu just dashing straight in. The no scope with the Marshall. FSG with the swing as well. And that's just a great round from the OS defense. And
despite only being 2 players on site, that was there was no room for error in that retake. I mean, that retake was flawless. And I almost wanted to see a little bit more aggression from the side of Seoul, being that they're in a 2v4 situation. And you saw the amount of utility that OS still had on hand. Try to find a timing, maybe try to catch them with their util out, and just do a little bit more damage with for the economy, but still was able to get at least one down. It's not all for naught.
Ace is taking a lot of space towards that C long. It'll make the defense a lot more relaxed. You know, they're not going C. That just leaves several other places. That Cam, really far into A main, just is really good in clearing out the entirety of the lobby. That just means, well, I mean, if that info wasn't it already, one of one is going to tell you that there are a lot of people here in Garage. Babu flashed up.
Do they clear C long?
But he's going to walk right into the aftershock. He's going to pick up 1. I don't know how he does that. 5 toes at ZeJestr are going to pick up 3 between the 2 of them. And Base from C long is going to pick up 1 more. Babu tries to go for another, but gets cut down. And now it's just Ace in a 1v3. He's smoked off. The bomb can go down just as easily. He's going to TP into the smoke. Deffau reads it. Great heads up play from him, and it's going to... And Seoul will pick up their round.
And this time they will be able to keep 3 guns going into it instead of 1 of 1, making them literally lose all of them. So definitely improvements made. There's a really early breach done again that nobody was able to swing off of, but I like that he was using that after that Sky Flash came out, kind of anticipating somebody to swing off of the flash. Unfortunately, it was just one for information.
Yeah, and the drone's going to come through. It's going to clear up a little bit towards C, perhaps starting too far back, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Ace, the solo hold on C. The blind is great to slow it down, and he's considering a teleport, but never mind. He's just going to duck into his own smoke.
He dodged it.
He's a bit of a smoke criminal here. ZeJestr picking up 1. 1 of 1. Ace picking up 1 between each. And the flash's going to come through great onto Versailles. Ace going to pick that one up as well, and it's just a clean defense. 5 toes has a bit of a task in front of him. ZeJestr thankfully will join him, but it is a 2v4. Bomb not planted. You got a Hunter's Fury if you want to get into the post plant with it or make a play with it. But ooh, okay, what a tap. 1 of 1, 1 tapped. And now 2v3. So a lot more doable. You got 70 seconds left on the round. That alarm bot towards garage is going to make sure no one pushes out of there. And they've got that information. A, clear for OS. They've got a cam, 2 trips. Cam's checked, doesn't see anything at all. So they're not going to move an inch.
30 seconds left.
Soul with the entire map to play with at this point. Looks like they want to end A.
Bot coming back.
Perhaps we jump the trips here. OS, realizing this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. Perhaps we should go elsewhere. The same lower trips are going to get popped both times. Shoot them,
10
please.
seconds
Thank
left.
you. Bomb's going to go down soon, perhaps. They're going to commit the lockdown in this too, but
Oh
FSG,
my.
just the ballsy swing into it. No fear. Shuts that down so quickly, and it's another great round from OS.
Yeah, it's bittersweet watching Soul on attack sometimes, because I do like at how meticulous they are at clearing certain angles when they're rotating, but when time is of the essence, they are just so frequently missing their timing on some of these rotates, because it seems like they're a little bit too meticulous at checking these corners, especially when you're like down a man. Like, I feel like you just gotta run and take your risks. Kryo.
Am I muted? Oh, wow, I did the funny thing. Hello, I'm back. Night Owl is also back. He's picked up one. Babu shut down there. And the smoke into garage and into B main is going to shut down any more pushes that want to come through in those directions, but still. Soul working the map. Bomber! Oh, the timing is so
that's
good
huge.
for the Soul players there in short. Bomb can go down so easily, and they've got a Hunter's Fury to play with. It's a 5v3. They can recover their weapon as well.
Spike
Looks like they
planted.
already have. And ZeJestr pushed up towards B main's got a
Such a
nice
good
spot here to
spot.
catch onto this lurker. There it is. Picks up one. Backups there for the second. For sale. So good. FSG is also very good. I'm learning now. Didn't know who this guy was, but now I do. That sounded kind of mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
I like the reposition from ZeJestr to try and play his life more, because they are slightly low on econ, so to save their guns is kind of huge. Coordinate a swing here.
Nice flash, but ZeJestr, all good. Wait,
Oh,
no,
they're
that's
hunting.
the point. Okay. Not as many guns as you'd like to bring in, but you know, you've already got 2 rounds. This is more than what you got last time, let's be real. But they didn't even need the Hunter's Fury for that one, so they're gonna be pretty happy to keep that in their back pocket.
Yeah, they still have that for post plan as well. And with I've seen some crazy Omen alt plays in, you know, almost like teleporting in just the most like what would seem like brain dead positions, but it works because it's so like you wouldn't think of it. Kind of like the hiding in plain sight type of beat. So I would like to see that Omen TP invested early here. Oh my. I think you're muted again.
I'm muted again. I don't know how to turn. I don't know how to not do that. This is. I don't know how long I've had this mic, but that's embarrassing.
I can pick up play by play next time that happens.
Soul will need to pick it up though. They've dropped 2 players already into this lower buy that OS have, and there's a nice crossfire here in A lobby
Yeah, I
as well.
love the snap control.
They're just so proactive about it, and it's just punishing them. They don't have a killjoy either to catch any of these pushes. Jester did die over in B, and Bomber does. Did he see one with the jump spot? Okay, FSG. Hello, the dismiss. Swing out a little wide. Ace getting punished for that. The jump deep with the ghost.
Thrifty.
Okay, if it works, it works. I mean,
This card is all I need.
Yeah. Again though, although
Helps with accuracy.
there was no action around Babu there, you saw through the wall him sitting on like top boxes on B site, and I really love watching it because he is using that verticality to his advantage, using both like ray satchels and the Jet updraft, and now we see an op in his hand, so that could also be pretty scary.
Yeah, and he's moved it over to A long. Probably will not see very much action at all, given that. Okay, never mind. Ace grabbing 1. Dropped 30 HP, but it won't matter. Sky exists.
Cover going out. Off your feet!
The Rolling Thunder's going to come through as well. I don't know how much it'll actually hit other than his own teammate, Ace. Hello. The blind is fantastic.
no.
He's got to reload, though. The Sky Flash
Last
never
player
pops.
standing.
5 Toes is going to pick up 1 while Ace has to reload, but now ZeJestr has slipped the net. There is nothing in Garage to stop him, and doesn't look like Bomber will notice him either. He's gotten all the way in, and yeah,
Yeah.
OS already know. They know Garage is open, guys. They might have pushed in. ZeJestr is in their spawn. Probably not a lot left to do. 50-something seconds. Bomb is covered by everybody, it feels like. And, you know, the rest of the map is covered by everybody else. Babu
Is he gonna try?
first contact in the
I
event
mean-
that ZeJestr does peek.
Oh no!
Maybe,
oh
perhaps.
no! Oh no!
And there it is.
There you are, you little shit.
I mean, he had 50 creds to his name. I think saving was the right call there. I thought he found an unhideable spot being in their spawn and found a crazy timing. But I mean, I guess he was trying to make a play, and it's just unfortunate. You saw that verticality from Babu holding the op. If they weren't aware of it already, they are now. So that is something that they're going to need to play around.
Yeah, and Soul did not check early towards A and note that the op was on A, right? So as far as they know, yeah, the op's been on B this entire time. And Babu again gonna mix it up. This time again, not gonna see anything. Ooh, Night Owl already spotted by the FSG, not able to connect the shots. The dart comes out, but is broken immediately as well, and the shock dart is going somewhere. Never mind, the trip is broken. Okay. We have some improvement. The trips are being broken, and there are already 3 players towards A. Jones can come through, check any close corners that we may find some rats in, and Ace is gonna get spotted towards default. But the bomb is nowhere near. The bomb is towards Garage, and there's just an op in the way, and perhaps 1 of 1, but they're holding the B angle for sale. Spotted.
I really like that they have just planted this Sova in A long, because if they want to clear that, they're most likely going to have to clear it manually. Oh my goodness. And Sova's there to punish that aggression.
Yeah, he darted a few seconds ago, though, so surely they must
Oh.
know he's still nearby, and 1 of 1 for sale. A duel to be taken. 1 of 1 wins it. More bullet, more chances to shoot people,
30
as I'm
seconds
told
left.
by my scientist friends. Speaking of which, FSG is going to pick up 1, but again does not dismiss in time quite fast enough to
One
trade. You
enemy
could spam
remaining.
through this box, I am now learning, and Ace apparently already knew that. Bomber's there with the follow-up as well. And another stalwart OS defense.
Blind them to strike.
Yeah, I like the default kind of methodical poke your way around the map approach, but especially when there's an op in the hands of the defenders, I almost want to just see a full-on 5-man quick take, because obviously the op is pretty bad on retake, unless you're Can or something, something crazy. But they played this kind of like slow methodical approach in essentially every round that we've seen them play so far. Maybe there was 1 round where they tried to go fast. Oh yeah, that B round probably, where the breach all unfortunately missed everyone, which is not necessarily at the fault of Deffau by any means, but and that got punished. So maybe they're a little hesitant to work with that. But I feel like if you can figure out where Cypher is early, or just try to pick up on where he's usually tripping and eliminate those with like shock darts or something early, try to go for something quick and get on site, get that bomb plant down.
Yes, this should do.
These kill trips are crazy. Unmute.
I wasn't speaking. I was trying to drink water.
Oh.
This time, I am not so silly, but Soul not being silly either. 3 players towards A, taking a little bit space very quietly. So Don't think Bomber should have any indication that they're there in the event. Okay, never mind. The drone is here. You hear the whir. The stun is there as well. It's just going to hit a whole lot of nobody, but Soul holding. And it's nice that they're getting map control too. They got a turret to watch any window jumpers and an Odin watching Garage. But there's an op there in Sealong. Versailles needs to be so careful. The trip gets broken.
He's rotating.
The spike.
Wait, the timing is actually crazy. No, Five
Oh,
Toes
Five
getting this kill.
Toes.
Should convince even more players to rotate over towards A. But Soul, you know, when you play slow,
Realized.
usually you should have a plan, and this is a pretty good plan, Babu. Okay, the smoke should give it away by now. And the spike going down as well. It's a nice flash. No one
Nobody
going
took
to
advantage
peek
of
off
it.
of it either.
Spike planted.
And now you've got a nice retake. The lockdown coming out late is also super good. You've got no damaging ultimates or utility to break that, and it's going to slow down the retake even more. And
I'd be
gives
very
Soul some time to
surprised
reposition.
I'd be very surprised if Soul loses this round.
Well, the Seekers are going to come out. Ace coming in from Garage. Blood
Reyna
from
ult.
CT. That's a nice blind. Yeah, Reyna ult, like you said.
Phenomenal blind.
FSG gonna get a little bit jiggy with it.
Oh,
Ace,
no.
Babu. Oh,
Player standing.
1 of 1 as well. And now it's just
Lineups.
Jester. Ah, I hate lineups, man. I hate this guy.
Taft. Oh.
Molly is so good as well. The op though. Never mind. Wait, there's no time.
Yeah.
Successful cook.
I am all for it. It looked grim at one point, but when in doubt, trust the lineups. That was a really strong retake from the side of OS though. They used their ults really well, and honestly, the combination of the two blinds are working incredibly. With the Reyna eye and this the Sky blind as well. Although the cabbages did blind them instead versus the actual the actual blind. But a really strong retake. It's unfortunate that it didn't go their way. Really good
Jumps the
hurt.
wire.
Why destroyed?
Gets broken as well, but FSG's got a funny gun. Gets spotted by the drone though, and Jester wants to kill. FSG not gonna give it to him to dismiss. Reyna is a character. And you know, we're figuring that out as we speak. That's
Nice.
a nice Hunter's Fury though. It's gonna pick up one of the defenders. And
Ooh.
the scan on the Bomber as well. That is very nice from 5 Toes. And Solar onto the site. We got a Jet on here, breach for support, and the spam as well. Babu getting tagged up.
You can almost feel a momentum switch here.
You
Seems
can
like they
feel the
finally caught some
momentum
wind.
building. The heal's gonna come through though. Bomber not left at 80 or 70 HP for very long. Dog comes through. Deffau.
Great
The spam
pick.
through the wall is killing the Opera, and Defoe's gonna pick up one more as well.
Last player standing.
5 Toes swinging from
Huge
default, gonna
side
get
hold.
one more, and 1 of 1 blinded with a task in front of it. It's gonna pick up one though. Just the one.
Huge sight hold. Going into this, you do have Cypher alt to work with, so he did play somewhat a little bit more aggressive than he was typically playing in the previous rounds that we've seen. I would like to see the Cypher prioritize their life just a little bit more, just because they have that alt, and that alt is so powerful in terms of info gathering. And I believe the Omen alt has had both Omens have had their alts online for quite some time, and the Omen alt is so powerful in getting information on teams that like to play so slow on attack. So I would
Playing
like to
fast,
see
though.
that
They're
being
just
used as well.
flooding right into Garage, and Bomber will have a task ahead of him to do with it. The dog is
cleared?
great for the stun. The stun grabs on a
Phenomenal
2.
dog.
Bomber grabs on a 2 as well. Night Owl finally putting him down before he can rain any more terror in, but the blind comes through. A nice flash as well. Ace. Only would pick up 1. 1 of 1 grabs 2. Retaking back onto the site, and Versailles it's down to 1v2 in under 30 seconds into the round. He's got an Omen ult if he wants to weave, but Babu's already behind him.
Wow. This
They
is
went for the fast
really well played from the side of OS,
Last
because
round before the switch.
when a team is pushing fast, sometimes it's going to be more beneficial to just give up part of that map and prioritize your life, because a life is always going to be more important. than map control. So they're giving away parts of the map that they're willing to, and then they're playing off of their util extremely well when it comes to the site takes, and it's really impressive seeing the side of OS. So I'm really impressed with what I see.
Yeah, I would have honestly tried to call something similar to what Soul just did, a change in the tempo, and hopefully try to catch someone off guard, but well, they tried to, it didn't quite work for them in the end, and now they're down to the last round of the half with a bit of a lower buy. You've just got 3 rifles and a Spectre, and maybe even less now. The stun is great to push him back off, but wall banging through the default box.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is brought down to half HP, and there's still a Vandal here for Babu. They've got to just back up out of there, and now where do you go? I mean, haven't cleared anything towards B, haven't cleared anything towards A, and the defenders just have not moved. You've burned almost a minute on the clock, lost the player, and all you've got to show for it is a little bit of chip damage onto Babu, but now you're going to go towards this A site. And the rotators come through. Versailles almost getting that one, but he's not going to be able to pick it up, and now he's got another fight. Moves in behind him, maybe. 1 of 1.
30 seconds left.
Healing, okay. Not a bad play. The paranoia's going to come through as well. 5 toes under a bit of pressure, but Bomber picking up 1 from Heaven. Deffau unable to respond. This is a nice cage. It's going to let Ace just sit here.
Oh
And
my.
sit here, he will. He'll pick up 2. Last 2 go down, and it's an 8-4 half.
No charges.
Really well played.
Switching sides.
I don't have much to say. I will say that Soul does have more rounds than they did last game, so improvements have been shown. But I like that slow, methodical approach. But like you were saying during the play-by-play, there wasn't much map control taken, and it almost just seemed like it almost seemed like one of those comp defaults where you just say, okay, let's default, and then you don't really like use anything to like drag somebody off of their site and make them do something not intelligent. You know what I mean? To make a mistake, that was the word I was looking for.
Ace is going to pick up 1, though. And that's Babu on a funny flank. The entirety of A looks clear, you know, smells clear, feels clear. And the smoke's going to go into Heaven, so now it's just Versailles here.
Oh, man.
Completely unaware that that angle has been taken by Babu, and it's a great kill. Down to a 5v3. On the retake, and now 5 toes. He's got some utility. He's got a dart to him. You know, Defoe's here as well to pick that up. But, you know, when you have 5 people here, it's a pain. And this is a nice trip. I use that trip all the time, and it gets broken, so now you got to worry, is there a flank? Probably not. The stun's great on the graffiti, and now 5 toes just has to swing. Babu goes down, FSG. Great coverage. Just going to pick up that trade, and now Deffau from Heaven.
Player standing.
Hello. 1. Not even the 1, the heal.
So unfortunate.
OS come away with the pistol, 9-4. If you're Soul, you needed it, but now that you don't have it, well, what's the plan?
Yeah, not a bad round. It seemed like there was a bit of an over-rotate, though, after one of their players went down in grass. But it really just looks like OS is just firing on all cylinders right now. They have the reads. They've been figuring out timings. They've just been playing extremely well, and it's fun to watch.
Well, Soul will force a little bit. Night Owl there, holding the forward angle with the Marshal. Doesn't spot anything quite yet, and it's OS with a nice call. They're going to hold, wait for some aggression where that Soul might throw at them to try to get a foothold back into this half, but that dog's going to clear through garage, clearing a lot of space. It's just 5 toes here to receive. Dog gets broken, FSG gets shut down, but Ace, the trade is so good, but the foe, I don't know where he got that kill from. Babu, probably not ready for it either. But the bomb will go down. Soul up in a 4v3 retake. That trip gets broken, and you see Bomber just 2 looks behind him. What's going on over here? Finds 1. Versailles goes down, but Bomber's dropped down to 23 HP. He can get out super easily. Gets stunned up, though. 3v3 now, but just 2 players on the side. Bomber will take a while to get there, and 1 of 1 swings in a garage and grabs 2. It's a great flash to give it to him, and now ZeJestr, classic in hand, not a lot left to do it with. Bomber spotted. Ace swinging out so wide. The Vandal 160 to the head, not quite needed, but hey.
In an interesting round, I was a little confused about the KJ setup on A, because typically, especially on a 3-side map, I feel like you use KJ util, particularly to take space and control space and maintain it on certain maps, and it's almost like a kill trip like Cypher setup, but it seemed like they were almost stacked towards that A site despite having all the KJ util over there, and I do understand that they were on kind of a force buy and wanted to maybe play off of that, and it was a little bit of a gamble, but it's unfortunate that it wasn't able to work out because they were just able to notice that C was free.
Yeah, ZeJestr has just been completely overwhelmed on the A site. OS just so fast in taking it. Versailles ducks out through a smoke's gonna pick up 1 though, and the trade is there, but Bomber.
Oh my!
Ace! TP's into heaven, he's gonna swing out for 2, and Bomber as well has just walked his way through B. He's got some kills probably there. Who knows? Bomber, yeah, there it is. 5 toes though. Grabbing 1, Vandal recovered, and Babu hits those. This Babu guy's cracked. Jeez. I understand the copy pastas now. I see it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's starting to feel pretty similar to how the previous map went, where they lost the first force, they forced a second time, it didn't work out, and now the economy is just really weak, and with the double duelist comp, the attack side of OS is fairly strong, especially when you have a support player like their Sky in 1 of 1 who has 13 assists, which might be coming off of heals, not 100% sure, but the heals are making really good impact.
Yeah, there's another blind. Versailles swinging out wide. Babu gets cut down in short order. Those are nice mollies too on the default to slow that down, but luckily no one's planning yet, so no damage going to be done, and they're just going to push S. They're going to back up. Only S for now. And Bomber has a bit of space. Ace as well. A lot more than he's maybe bargaining for. There are 2 players here in CT ready to look at him though. Crosshairs. Never mind, he's safe. They didn't even know he's there. Deffau found Bomber, and that's the lurk. And so now they assume what's going on. Okay, the 1-way comes through, but they're swinging out past it. Night Owl, great shot onto that. 5 toes with the backup as well.
Spike down, C.
And now FSG in a 5v1. He's got a blind. Both solo
people are weak, yeah.
It's certainly not impossible. Here's more than 1. There it is, the dismiss to come out. 1 down, 4 to go. 35 seconds, and a whole lot of util in his face. The smoke goes down as well. Deffau falling in short order, 6 bullets. Versailles has got him boxed in, and now 20 seconds on the clock. The bomb is just nowhere near. He's got to go for a fight. Night Owl is next up. This is looking a lot more doable. 3 kills already. ZeJestr just needs to live.
Vulnerable.
He's going to pick it up. Ooh, okay. You know, that could have been a disaster, but Hurricane FSG kind of went east, and it's missed the entire seaboard. So we're fine. All good. Soul picked up the 5th.
They did a lot of damage on the economy there because, again, it seemed like Soul had kind of forced up a little bit there. So to be able to get 3 is pretty big for making the probability of winning this round even better.
OS just have guns. No ults. 5 toes with 1 though. The Hunter's Fury. But FSG wants a fight. Doesn't look like he'll get one though. The rest of OS looking to just barrel their way into C. Deffau, their first adversary. The stun can come through pretty easily. The dogs can get hit by it, and he goes to shoot the dog. And the flash to repeat at Ace fully flashed up, but not a lot left to do. They're already onto the side. Babu and FSG just went straight in the garage. The dash comes through, and they have it for free. The dart can scan everything it wants to, but Five Toes didn't go for any shots off of it, but Hunter's Fury tried to dissuade a Planter, and it's going to tag 1 of 1. And Night Owl's going to pick up 1 as well, but Bomber with the trade. The bomb
Really
can
good
finally go
Hunter's
down.
Fury.
It's a 4v3. And you got a little bit of map control. 2 players again coming into Garage, 1 towards CT. And you can see, ooh, okay, never mind, ZeJestr making it a 3v3. You can see Ace and Bomber. Well, Ace has got himself a funny here. Versale might not have any idea. Hello, do it to him.
Oh no.
Do
Nice,
it to
nice,
him.
nice.
Do it to him.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, Ace is playing this like a genius. He's gonna pick up 2
Wow.
with the slowest lurk I've ever seen. The 3rd. Nerves of steel, this guy.
That round was so winnable too. I mean, you saw the health bars of both Sky and Omen. They were separated, so Sky wasn't able to heal him. I mean, that was a masterclass from Ace there. Really, really well played. To hide from that dart too, I don't know how your heart doesn't start racing in that moment, and to still have the composure to not whiff. Really
My
well
heart was
played.
racing just watching that. I don't know how Ace held his nerve there, but this Cage will let Babu cross in the event that there is someone holding A long. There isn't. So lucky for him. A little bit of aggression towards C. It looks like they want some of that space, the garage smoke as well. So he's fake some presence, but the turret spotting them will draw at least some more attention towards this A side. 2 players stuck here. And the other 2 from OS just gonna leave. Five Toes has a stinger. Garage is his home for now. No more rooms in the main house, so he's gotta stay here for now. Babu? Ooh, he's gotta fight Deffau. Just his foot stuck out and the flash comes through. He's gonna take that line, but gonna cross over. Nothing quite yet. Night Owl spotted, but Babu taking just a little bit of damage. Five Toes, hello.
Great bait and switch.
Got a Garage going to pick up 1, but now it's a 5v4. The site is completely under OS's control, and we've seen how they like to get proactive before. Seoul need to move fast. They've got no ults to get them back into this. They've got a Marshall for Night Owl. If he can swing out far enough, he can maybe get a kill onto this player by Garage or towards CT, but Versale going to pick up 1 on FSG.
barely
Don't know where
missing.
that came from. Trip's getting popped as well by Five Toes.
No.
The fake TP. Ace
Oh my
is
goodness.
going unchecked now, and 1 of 1. Never mind. Ace in 1v2. There it is.
Oh.
Down to 1v1. He's scanned up.
So you have the dog.
The jump peak. Time is completely on his side. All he needs to do is just wait. Five Toes needs to go fast. The stinger. That's just beautiful. It's beautiful from Ace. The fake TP to get 2 more kills.
Such great position.
13-5 is your score.
Almost reminds me of Brimmy with the Hemi #bang. Really, really well played.
Yeah, he's ending the game 26-9 on Omen, dude. I don't even know what to tell you. That's just a crazy stat line.
Might be the player of the match. I think Andy Valorant was saying that that might be something to look for. I think Ace is your guy.
Yeah, and it's a quick 2-0 for OS here on this lovely Tuesday night. We'll see you soon. Tomorrow, in fact. Hopefully you'll be here for that, but in the meantime, thanks for sticking around for this stream, and we will see you soon. Good night.
Adios.
Seen the light in the dark, but it's been a while. And just remember, it's the heat from a heart beating next to mine. But I surrender, 'cause everything I touch seems to crumble, and everyone I love leaves me broken down. Everybody runs when they see me now. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm death in the land of the living. Still all the energy when we get connected. Your good is done when you have my full attention. I'll take you away into a dark dimension, and you can't get out. I never thought I'd be like this. Further down into the deep abyss I'll go. Stay off my radar 'cause I never miss you. Everybody knows. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize I'm dead in the land of the living. So I put my hands up in the sky, revel in the storm clouds as they pass me by. Now there's no escape, I realize desire, burning like a fire. What you gonna do when it crumbles down? Watch it get higher, down to the wire. Will you let it burn till we almost drown? Higher, goodbye, honey, where do we lie? Where you're headed, am I going there too? I don't wanna ask why, wanna give this a try with you. And if you wanna go, I'll follow. I won't let you go alone, 'cause it's a big pill to swallow.